Our Constitution has been stomped under the feet.
Yep.
It's written according to the Bible. Like you said, we've got to get prayers for the country. And we got people got to be tried for treason.
And death penalty. Yes.
Well, I think we're ending on a right note. Listen, thank you guys for sticking around.
Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene just can't stop threatening political violence against her opponents, including this call for the GOP's political enemies to be executed for treason. Real classy, Margie. Wishing death on the Democrats has become just another Republican way of saying hello, and it's infecting every part of the GOP. And as we saw after one terrifying incident in Utah, all that violent rhetoric is leading some people down a dark and ultimately deadly path. On Wednesday, the FBI shot and killed Craig Robertson, a Utah man they'd been seeking to question about several graphic death threats Robertson addressed to Joe Biden and other public officials. Robertson's comments may shock us for how extreme they appear, but these are actually pretty common ideas at Trump rallies. MSNBC's Joy Reid shared some especially disturbing clips during her chat with George Conway.
That's Nazi Germany Hitler. You can't silence your political opponents because you don't agree with them. Joe Biden should be in prison for his bribes.
The vote was stolen. I believe it. In my heart. Remember, they blew up one of the election quarters where they kept all of the Dominion machines. Why'd that blow up?
If Donald Trump were to be found guilty by a jury, where do you see this going?
Civil war. Civil war. Divide it up because we can't live together, obviously.
And if he wants me to protect them, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to let him know that I'll do it.
None of this should come as a surprise. For years, the MAGA movement has attacked the legitimacy of our political structures, our courts, the FBI, the DOJ, and anyone who had something bad to say about Donald Trump. Now we're seeing exactly what happens when you convince a lot of people that their very way of life is under attack, and that the Democrats are coming for them next. Craig Robertson won't be the last tragedy to follow this grim pattern.
Right, and all it takes is one man with one gun on one incident, and you kill a few people, and that's what's the scary aspect of it. And Donald Trump creates a permission structure that these people would not otherwise have to do this. He basically endorses this. He encourages it. He engages in what social scientists call paralipsis, which is the use of words that have two meanings. That's what he told people on January 6th. Let's fight. You need to fight for your country. And he uses apocalyptic rhetoric.
And at the center of this rotten web of conspiracies and authoritarianism is a simple idea, that Donald Trump should be above the law, and that Republicans' only job is to help Trump reclaim power next year, even if he's in jail.
I will vote for President Trump, even if he is in jail, because that's the one man I believe needs to be back in the White House.
I don't know, Margie. With Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis saying she has upwards of a dozen indictments to hand down next week, there's a good chance you might be joining Trump in prison too. The only way to prevent Donald Trump from pardoning himself and then claiming unprecedented levels of power is to make sure Trump stays out of the White House in 2024. And it might be a good idea to get rid of that GOP House majority, too. Donald Trump supporters claim our country is facing an existential crisis of democracy, and they're right. They just don't realize or care that the threat is coming from the guy who says the laws don't apply to him. These nutcases may represent only a quarter of the country, but that's still a lot of people, especially when they're all heavily armed. This is one problem that isn't going away on its own. But there's more craziness ahead. Take a look at this video of a Denver woman who put on blackface to harass some innocent Target employees.
Please understand, I'm not crazy.
Remember to subscribe to my new solo YouTube channel, The Third Degree with Max Burns, and as always, leave a comment below so you can let me know what I should cover next.